Hi, it's Naomi back with another vlog for you. This time I'm going to be talking about On Chapel Sands by Laura Cumming. This book's actually a memoir. It's actually more about Laura Cumming's mother than herself. The author, she is an art critic with The Observer. She's actually written a few other books about art that have been really well regarded already. And this new memoir very much shows the influence of art on her life and her parents' life as well. So both of her parents were artists, and she uses art to sort of weave this narrative together. It sort of celebrates her mother's life through her work and also her influence on the family. I think she might say that perhaps she owes a lot of her passion for art to her mother and father. The author also adds photographs throughout the work that tie it together as well. So although I am no expert on art or photography, the author does a great job of telling you why these photographs are significant, any meanings behind them, and the methods with which they were taken, framing, and what limitations there were with certain cameras at the time as well. She mentions Susan Sontag's on photography and makes it all very palatable for a reader, someone like myself who doesn't have a great bank of knowledge already on these topics. Cumming's mother, Betty, although she has several names in this novel, was actually kidnapped at the age of 3 from Chapel Sands at the beach, and she has no memory of this event. And that sort of seems at first what this memoir sets out to do, flesh out the circumstances and the why around this kidnapping. And at first it seems like the only mystery, but very quickly you realise there are a lot of twists and turns in the life of this family. The author actually mentions that her mother was adopted, that Betty was adopted in 1929. And back then, obviously, there's a very different attitude to adoption, both towards the adoptee and the adopter. There was maybe a sense of shame, or that there should be secrecy around it. Children ended up being brought up in circumstances that are really highly unrecommended now. And you can see that the effect that situation had on Betty's childhood. Like, there are anecdotes from her childhood that are just so devastating. It must have been so isolating for her. She wasn't allowed to play with other local children. She wasn't allowed to go to schools that she wanted to. She was very trapped in this bubble of this small seaside town. And that's sometimes also what the book is. It's a memoir of the town as well. It's quite lovingly told at times. It nods to all the sort of famous faces in Lincolnshire, same famous faces from Lincolnshire. So your Isaac Newtons and Tennyson. It tells you about how the town was affected by World War II, what Betty's life was like during World War II, and also just what day-to-day life looked like for a villager in the 1930s and 40s. The author reveals that she asked for her mum's autobiography on her 21st birthday. I had to ask for your own mum's life story as a birthday present is a really unusual ask. It's very specific. It makes you wonder how long she's been thinking about writing down this story and how much it means to her. And her mother's experiences echo throughout the family, from the positives, the wonderful influence of art in the family, to the negatives, like, the clear loss of a sense of belonging. And I think the author has such a great skill in weaving together this narrative. It could be such a simple anecdote, but she makes it into this lovely, complex memoir that it's celebratory and it's devastating all at the same time. And the final chapter is such a great cap on the book. I mean, I was quite choked up when I read it. It's just perfect. And throughout the book, you have your opinions changed on so many of the people in Betty's life so many times. And I think that just represents, the full spectrum of human behaviour. It's very rare that we meet someone who are truly good or truly bad or truly kind or truly cruel. And she does a great job of getting that complexity across. It's a wonderful memoir. It's been read on Radio 4. It might still be up there online. I'm going to maybe try and see if I can listen to it, because I'm curious as to how this is going to translate to audio. But yeah, it's a great book. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up winning prizes, because it's going to appeal to those who already enjoy the genre of biography, and it's also going to appeal to people who just like a really interesting, moving story. It's absolutely fantastic, and I just highly recommend it. So thank you very much for listening to me today, and if you want to hear more from me, more from the other vloggers or Waterstones in general, then please do subscribe to our channel. But thank you again for listening to me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.